And experts say that millions of dollars worth of congestion pricing tolls are not being paid, and now city leaders are urging the MTA to go after those avoiding those tolls. And one of the biggest culprits, an unlicensed rideshare app. Now, Fox 5's Antwan Lewis has more with us from the newsroom. Antwan, what can you tell us so far about this story?
Well, Ryan, rideshare apps in general are increasingly popular. One of the newer ones is being accused of being a bad actor, which the company says is not the case at all.
The rideshare app Empower is trying to make a name for itself in New York City, but it may not be the one they're hoping for. New York City Councilmember Sean Abreu is chair of the Transportation Committee, and he says the company is trying to beat the system by not following the same rules as rideshare companies like Uber and Lyft.
They're skirting the rules by not being compliant with the Taxi Limousine Commission. They haven't even filed with them.
Additionally, the councilman says Empower is not paying the congestion pricing fees that other rideshare companies are currently paying.
We do know with congestion pricing, because they have TLC plates, it's why they're not collecting charges on those congestion pricing trips. And so that's very, very important, is that the MTA starts clamping down on Empower when it comes to collecting the congestion fees per trip, which is something that is not happening, and we're potentially losing millions upon millions of dollars as a result.
MTA Chairman Jan Oliver was recently asked about this and the accusations against Empower.
These guys are stealing from New Yorkers, and we have to find a way to make sure that if they found a loophole, it has to be closed.
But Empower is firing back, saying their drivers are in compliance with TLC rules, including insurance,
and that the city has repeatedly rejected their offers to facilitate assessment and payment of any taxes and fees, including congestion pricing. Can you address that?
I mean, that's not a good faith response from them. The city has repeatedly tried to get them to be compliant with our city laws. In fact, that's why we are currently in court right now with TLC and also Empower to make sure that they're coming into compliance.
The TLC issued a statement to Fox 5 which reads in part, "We will not look the other way while illegal operators undermine our laws, exploit drivers, and put passengers at risk. New York City streets are not a testing ground for companies that refuse oversight." And as the court case plays out, Abreu says his concern is for New Yorkers who are using the app.
I mean, look, we want to make sure that we're achieving competitive pricing, but not at the expense of safety and not at the expense of flouting the laws that govern New Yorkers.
In that statement to Fox 5, Empower says that they can back up their claim of rejected attempts to facilitate fees and assessments with the TLC and or other stakeholders. Again, right now the case is going through the judicial process. Ryan?
All right, thank you very much for that update, Antwan.